Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Country Cooking and Cooking Share. Today we're making up some ground beef bean burritos. Now if you're down Mexico way or Texas or something like that, you're going to say, Dave, these aren't even close to burritos. What are you doing? Well, they're Dave's Cowboy ground beef and bean burritos. So forgive me, stay with me, but they're terribly good. Well, not terribly good, but they are good. You're going to love them. So let me show you how to do this.
Okie dokie, let's get started by adding some oil to a pan over medium-high heat. Then in with a pound of medium ground beef. And we're just going to fry this up for a few minutes just to the point where it's cooked through. Now I should mention with the medium you're probably going to have to drain this. If you don't want to, you can go ahead and use lean.
Here's the thing guys, with ground beef and economics according to Dave, I paid about $7 for this for a pound. And I don't even know what's in it. It's just kind of garbage. I got it from No Frills or Walmart or something like that. So I think, let me know what you think, but I think I'm going to start making my own ground beef. You know, just get a relatively inexpensive cut of beef, put it in the food processor and make it up. You know, I can get the right fat content and all that. Just let me know what you think, but I think that's a good idea.
Next up, we're going in with 3 cloves of garlic and a small chopped onion. And we're just going to stir and fry this until that wonderful, wonderful aroma of garlic fills the air and that onion is translucent. And of course, mix everything together until it's in with that beef. And guys, if you didn't watch our previous video on bell pepper chicken, I'd go back and watch that because that was really a fast and easy and yummy dish. Next up, we're going to season things up with about a teaspoon of salt. Of course, another teaspoon or 2 of the whole ground black pepper. Then in with about half a teaspoon of cumin, which is a spice I really like.
Now I just added about, I don't know, half a teaspoon of cumin here because it's pretty potent, pretty strong. But you can add as much as you want if you want a real cuminy or whatever the word is. But you can also add other seasoning too if you like. But this smells so good. I just love the smell of cumin. Or cumin, whatever.
Now we're all fried up, we are going in with a full can of refried beans, and I just love refried beans. And of course, these are the good old El Paso refried beans. But of course, use whatever brand you like. Then in with a couple of chopped up hot peppers.
Now here's the thing guys, you want to fold these together or fold this together fairly well because the refried beans are pretty thick and dense, so you want to get that in with the ground beef. And I'm using hot peppers here. You could also use jalapenos. But you might say, well, there's not very much there. Well, we're going to make a delicious sauce, so just hold on. We're gonna get to that. It's going to be really good, I guarantee it. But you do want to texture something like this. This is just about perfect.
Now, speaking of the sauce, first thing I'm going to do is use some home-style chili, and I'm using the Tim Hortons brand, which is kind of unique to Canada, but you know, you can use any kind of chili you want. And I'm using canned stuff just for convenience. And some pro burrito makers would just say, oh no, what is he doing? It's good, just be patient here. Then to really freak people out, a can of good old Campbell's tomato or tomato soup. Oh yes. And last but not least, to make zippy dippy, a full jar of red enchilada sauce. I guess now I got the true die-hard burrito makers hopping in their boots. And of course, we're gonna stir everything together.
Now, the great thing here is, guys, this sauce is so simple, like just 3 simple things. You might say, well, that's not gonna taste very good, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab up a spoon, and I'm going to give this a taste just to see what it's like. Just to prove it's going to be good. And that is good. That's going to be so good over that with the refried beans and everything else. Again, simple, easy, but delicious.
Alrighty then, just go ahead and bring that sauce to a boil and let everything simmer away for a few minutes just to bring those flavors up. But I mean, this, like I said before, it's good. So the sauce is done, and I'm just gonna add a little bit to the bottom of my casserole dish, of course, where I'm going to put my burritos. Grab up a tortilla and a good portion of that ground beef refried bean mixture and put it over top of the tortilla. You know, something like this. Grab up the sides and fold them towards the center, and then over the top, and just give it a flip and roll over.
And you notice, guys, I just made me a burrito. Really proud of myself. That looks pretty good. So I changed my hat.
Now the burritos are going into the casserole dish. And I think this is going to be good. Then some of our simple sloppy sauce over top of them there burritos. And of course, you guessed it, follow this by a whole whacking bunch of Tex-Mex cheese. Just a combination of cheeses with a bit of zip and spice to them. Okie dokie, we are going into a 350 degree preheated oven for about 10 or 15 minutes until that cheese melts down beautifully. After 10 or 15 minutes, we are done and they look incredible to me. Oh. Okay, my friends, I'm just gonna grab one here and just look at this. I think this looks pretty darn good if you ask me. And simply lay it onto a plate. Of course, we're gonna garnish this up with a bit of parsley or cilantro. Cilantro is actually better, but I just had parsley, so whatever you have on hand. And there it be, guys, our sloppy ground beef bean burritos. You're gonna love this. In my opinion, they look good, and besides that, I mean, all the die-hard burrito makers are gone now because they clicked off the video, so it's gotta be good.
All right, let's dig in here. And just look at this, guys. Oh, let's get some sauce on there. Doesn't this look tremendously, wonderfully good? I bet you it's gonna be good. That sauce is gonna be so good, and those refried beans are just gonna be incredible. All right, time for the old taste test. You know what, guys? These are remarkably good. Again, simple but absolutely delicious. I mean, that ground beef mixture with the refried beans, a little bit of seasoning, but that sauce, for 3 ingredients, the sauce is absolutely incredible. I love it. I'm gonna make these again for sure. And you know what? I'm gonna have more because they're so good. If you make them, leave us a comment as always. Just love the comments. Give us a like because it does help the channel out. Most of all, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Make these and enjoy them, and we'll see you next time. Okay.